A lot of men fall for an older woman and end up screwing it up because they're too needy and insecure, and it just ends up driving her away. We're going to talk about how you can attract an older woman even after making this mistake. Here's the thing about being needy. We've all been there at some point or another. What matters is what we do about it from the moment we notice. You could double down on what you've already been doing, but trust me, that's not going to end well. My name is Melissa Santos, and today I'm going to run you through a better way to handle the situation. We're going to talk about what needy looks like in the dating world, why it happens, and how you can best handle it. If you're dealing with this problem right now, sit tight. There's still a chance you can fix it. Before we dive in, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate the support, and it helps us create more videos for you to enjoy. You can also check out our site at beyondages.com, where you can learn more about dating, love, and relationships. There's the link above. Now, let's dive in. What does needy look like? In its simplest form, being needy is really just being too much. Too many texts, too many compliments, too many gifts, too much affection, needing too much of her time. You get the picture. Look back on how you've been acting in the recent weeks and try to be objective for a moment. Have you been seeking approval from her, fishing for compliments, or generally desperate for her attention? If you've been doing these things or generally making her your number one priority, that's a bit much. I'm sorry to say, you've probably been coming across as being needy. Why does this happen? If nobody enjoys being around someone so needy, where does it even come from? Why is it such a common trait? Firstly, it has a lot to do with the fact that it's just so hard to be self-aware. Most of the time, it's motivated by the fact that we just care a lot about someone, and we're being our authentic selves. We want to spend time with them. We want their attention. We want their affection, and we don't mind showing it. That, combined with what Hollywood tells us is romantic, leads us to being a little too much. A very common scenario is that you start falling for her and fear that it's one-sided. You might not even notice that you start to pull her closer. Good morning texts, constant invitations and demands for her attention, as though pulling her closer will make sure she feels the same way about you, right? All this to say, it's just very normal, but something to work on regardless. Nobody enjoys being around needy people. Here's the thing. Before you start dating someone, it's best to nip your bad habits in the bud. In our online video course for dating mature women, we go through all the many things you should avoid in doing to attract and date older women. Give it a try. It's in the link above. Is that really so wrong? Coming across as needy can be kind of frustrating for both you and her. You're frustrated because you feel as though you're doing all the right things. She's frustrated because she feels smothered and needs time to herself. A big part of the problem here is that needy is the opposite of confidence, and confidence is sexy. You're coming across as the opposite of sexy. Women want a guy who's comfortable with himself. A man that has his own social life and doesn't need to be with anyone to make him feel happy. Instead, the neediness shows that you're desperate for her attention in particular, and you're willing to drop everything for her. What should you have been doing? Instead of all these needy steps and demands for attention, what you should have been doing is the opposite. You should be living your own life, spending time with your friends, and sometimes including her. Rather than texting all day, every day, just keep it to texting when you want to actually meet up or you actually have something interesting to say to her. No more good morning texts. That's just too much right now. You want to let things develop naturally rather than just forcing it. Sometimes it won't work out, and you need to also be okay with that too. Unfortunately, if she was never really into it, there's nothing you can do to change that. How to get back there. Now for the most important part. What are you going to do from this point on? You're going to give her the space she needs. No questions, no technicalities here. You're going to give her space. Give it 2 solid weeks without texting, calling, or just inviting her anywhere, directly or otherwise. You're going to use this time to focus on yourself. You're going to go to the gym, focus on your diet. You can pick up a new hobby, spend time with your friends. The aim is to stay busy and better yourself without her being in the picture. If you normally post your adventures on social media, do it. If not, don't. You're not playing games with her. You're just giving her some space and you're staying busy. You're demonstrating that you are your own person with your own active, interesting social life. You can even use some great online dating sites to meet new people. Our list of the best dating sites can also expand your dating horizons. Check it out in the link above. During this time, you'll also need to come to terms with the fact that you may not be able to turn it around. No matter what happens, when you come to this conclusion, you're going to act so much more confident. Believe it or not, being okay with things not working out will improve your chances of actually fixing this. And once you've taken these couple of weeks to work on yourself, it's time to text her again. Rather than asking for a one-on-one time, invite her to something interesting that you're already doing with your friends, for example. This is a great way to ease back into spending time together while also demonstrating that you don't need her attention anymore, but you'd still like it. That even if she doesn't go, that's fine because you're going to have a great time anyway. Now, if she's no longer interested in you, you have to learn to let it go. There are so many women out there for you to meet. All you have to do is just go to one of the spots in our list of best places to meet single women. The link is right above. That wasn't so complicated, was it? You see, when you understand where the neediness comes from, it's easy to see that a bit of space and change of priorities is all it takes. Forget about all the games and the so-called perfect texts you'll hear about on YouTube. It's a simple matter of recognizing a problem and just fixing it. Remember, this doesn't have to be the end of things. It could just be the beginning of something much, much better. Have you ever been needy? What happened and were you able to turn it around? Share your experiences with us in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. And if you liked our video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. You can also head over to beyondages.com where you can find more useful advice on dating, love, and relationships. Bye for now, guys.